Arne Slot, na 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 na. Arne Slot. Liverpool fans will always remember the moment their dearly beloved Jurgen Klopp announced the name of the new manager to the Anfield faithful. The song, so full of emotion, is meant to be the start of a new era for Liverpool. But just how much do we know about Klopp's successor? It's time we dive into the life of a football mastermind, from his impressive playing career to his managerial exploits and the life he leads off the pitch. Here's everything about Arne Slot's lifestyle. Born on September 17, 1978, in the small Dutch town of Bergentheim, Arne Slot's journey in football began at a local club. He later moved to Zwolle, where his professional career kicked off with a bang. Slot was known for his midfield mastery, playing for FC Zwolle and NAC Breda. His time on the pitch was marked by his sharp vision and precise passes. Slot was the kind of player who made the beautiful game look effortless. Slot lacked the physicality, wasn't exactly the flashiest player, and surely did not give off Xavi vibes. But boy did Slot know how to control a game from the heart of the midfield. Even now as a coach, you see how much Slot wants to control. Arne hung up his boots in 2013, but not before making a name for himself in Dutch football circles. His playing style was all about finesse and intelligence, setting the stage for his transition to the coaching side of things. Now let's get to the juicy part and talk about the version of Slot that you might be more familiar with. Arne Slot, the manager. After his retirement, Slot didn't stray far from the field. He started as a youth coach at PEC Zwolle, trusting himself to make little steps to lead him to the top. From PEC Zwolle, Slot then took a job as an assistant manager at Cambuur. So things weren't so great over there while he was assisting, but you could say that's sorta understandable since he wasn't exactly the captain of the ship then. So when he finally got the chance to take the reins in 2016, Slot did some good stuff. At this time, he was actually a co-head coach with Sipke Hulshoff, but together they pushed Cambuur from 14th to 3rd in the 2nd division. They were super unlucky not to get Cambuur promoted to the Eredivisie as they lost in the playoffs. They did, however, write their name in the history books because they got Cambuur to the semis of the KNVB Cup by beating Ajax, but unfortunately, AZ Alkmaar knocked Cambuur out. AZ Alkmaar turned out to be Arne's next club in 2017. He actually started out as assistant manager, but got the full gig eventually. This time, Slot showed the stuff he was truly made of. Under his leadership, the team played some scintillating football, challenging the big boys in the Eredivisie. He got AZ to 2nd in the league behind Ajax, but got sacked eventually because his head was getting turned by an offer from another club. The club seducing Arne was Feyenoord. In 2021, Slot made a bold move to Feyenoord, and he made an immediate impact. The manager led the team with a fresh attacking style that had fans on the edge of their seats. Arne's tactics are like a well-orchestrated symphony, precise, dynamic, and full of surprises. His team was so good that Slot won the Eredivisie Manager of the Year award in his first season. And for those who thought he was a one-season wonder, Slot followed that up with another award in his 2nd season, also winning the Eredivisie with the club. At this point, he knew it was only a matter of time before the bigger clubs came calling. Slot spent one more season before Liverpool knocked on the door. But let's throw the football out the window and narrow down on Slot's life away from the sport. Off the pitch, Arne Slot is a family man through and through. He keeps his private life pretty low-key, but we know he's married and has 2 children. His wife's name is Miriam, and his children are Joop and Isa. Slot values his family time immensely and often credits his wife and kids for keeping him grounded amidst the high-pressure world of football. The new Liverpool manager rates them so highly that he actually once turned down a job because of his kid. Before Liverpool came calling, Tottenham had made a move the year before, but it wasn't the right time for Arne Slot as he reportedly didn't want to pull his kids out of their school then. Despite his busy schedule, Slot makes sure to spend quality time with his loved ones, often escaping into quieter retreats to unwind. Also, the Reds manager is not quite one for all the social media buzz. His Instagram page is quiet. He's only got about 6 posts up at the moment for his 53,000 followers to look at. But a boring social media page, as some would say, doesn't always mean life is boring. Slot takes vacations, but he admits he finds it hard to focus because he's always thinking about football. But although the 45-year-old breathes football 24/7, he also enjoys other sports like tennis and cycling. Now, let's talk about money. Arne Slot's success on and off the pitch has certainly paid off. Literally, Before leaving Feyenoord, Arne was pocketing a sweet 4 to 5 million euros a year, and his current Liverpool deal involves a huge amount of money as well. Check this out. Liverpool actually shelled out a compensation sum of around 13 million euros to 15 million euros to his former club to get him to sign for them. It may not sound like a lot when you compare it to how much footballers go for, but here's a fun fact. That fee made Arne Slot the most expensive Dutch manager ever in the history of football. So how much more will Liverpool be dumping into Arne's bank account every year? According to De Telegraaf, Slot will be making around 8 million euros per year outside of bonuses. That figure instantly puts him in the top 4 list of best paid coaches in the Premier League, behind Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, and Erik ten Hag. This essentially means that Slot's net worth, which is no less than $10 million, is set to go up some more. And you would imagine that the 45-year-old manager has some expensive properties to flex. If the rumors are true, Arne Slot will be doing more than just taking Klopp's job. The word on the street is that he'll also be moving into Klopp's old Formby mansion. The apartment is a luxurious house with 3 lounges, an indoor swimming pool, a landscaped garden, and a home cinema. Boy, that is some luxury. How much is this house worth? Just in case you're planning to put down the payment before him, be ready to part with about $5 million. Another interesting thing about this house is that it's been home to some other Liverpool legends, Brendan Rodgers and Steven Gerrard being 2 of the most prominent legends. But it's not just the mansion that has got everyone talking. Slot also has some badass wheels in his garage. Slot drives a BMW X5, which is nicknamed the Boss. The BMW X5 is essentially the prototype of the BMW X family. The car has an impressive size, luxurious interior, and an efficient performance system. The price is usually around 100,000 euros, but you can be sure that's probably not the only car in his garage. Now let's switch gears and talk about fashion a little bit. Arne Slot's lifestyle is as sleek as his football tactics. The 45-year-old is occasionally seen sporting some classy tailored suits on the sidelines, but for the most part, he prefers to wear tracksuits when he leads his team out to battle. Off of the pitch, Slot keeps it casual but classy. Think designer jeans, crisp shirts, and the occasional leather jacket. His style is all about simple elegance, with a preference for high-quality, timeless pieces over flashy trends. Arne's fashion sense perfectly complements his professional personality. Simplicity is perfection, as they say. From his early playing days to his current success as a top-tier manager and the life he leads off of the pitch, Arne Slot is truly living the dream. The Premier League is about to witness the battle of the balls next season when he goes up against Pep, Maresca, and Ten Hag. Will he succeed? I guess we'll find all of this out in the coming months. But now, over to you guys. What are your thoughts about Arne Slot and his potential for success with Liverpool at Anfield? What predictions will you guys be making ahead of the coming Premier League season?